So the story is, I normally don't buy pizza from like, I guess like Pizza Hut and places like that, right? I just don't much anymore. So, there was a time where I was coming home from work. I was in my car and I placed an order for pizza for pickup at a local Pizza Hut. Now, I'll just go ahead and preface by saying this is a very small Pizza Hut. It's in a little strip mall, and I would say the seating area where you would normally be able to like buy drinks or like sit on the bench and wait for your food is about the size of half of a cubicle, if you've ever seen a cubicle. It is very small. And then the counter is, of course, in front, and then behind that is like the kitchen area. So it's a very, very tiny place. Well, I play the I place my order, and Pizza Hut doesn't have you pay for the order beforehand. You pay when you get there if it's a pickup. That's important. Remember that. So I go in there, and as I enter the door, there is an Indian man, and clearly like from India. Probably lived in the States for a little while. He had his wife with him and his 2 children. Well, the children are running amok. They're going crazy in the store. And once again, remind you, this is like a tiny, like 5x10 area, right? It's super tiny. And so I'm in there and I'm just waiting because this guy's got the only attendant in the store tied up, basically. Like she can't talk to anybody other than him. And he's bitching about something. I mean, he is bitching up a fierce storm about how she like betrayed him because she didn't like give him the right amount of money back, and also because she overcharged him because she said something on the phone but then not there and all this other shit. So she's like trying everything to try to get this guy just to go away. She's like, look, we'll even like, you know, whatever. I didn't say that on the phone. Basically arguing with the guy. I mean, he is saying the most ridiculous shit in the most broken English I've ever heard, like hilariously broken. So the he's sitting there going on, and I'm just waiting behind him. I'm just like, oh my god, this is taking forever. This goes on for like 5 to 10 minutes. Dude is being like super stereotypical. He's being an asshole. The kids are going fucking nuts. I mean, it's these 2 little small children. They're probably 3 to 5 years old. They're so young. And it's like 9 o'clock at night, and his wife is just standing there next to him, whatever. And an African-American woman walks in, and she starts waiting. And she's been waiting there. She's dicking around on her phone, blah, 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 blah. And she's bitching a little bit under her breath, whatever. And I'm standing there, and I'm just like, oh, my God, this is taking forever. And at this point, I'm kind of just appreciating it. Well, an older white gentleman walks in. I use that term loosely. He walks in, and the Indian man has decided to take a break from the bitching, and I mean a intermittent break, like 30 seconds, right? And the African American woman next to me is just like fed up. I'm fed up, but I'm not showing any signs of it. And then the Indian guy is just still doing his shit, right? So the white guy walks in, he rolls up to the counter, and the girl behind the fucking counter decides that she's going to help him instead of like acknowledge that myself or the African American lady fucking even exists. So she starts checking his ass out, like whatever, right? Like giving him his pizza, all this shit, and me and the African American lady look at each other like, what the fuck? And she turns and puts on the most, and I mean the most ghetto fab fucking like voice. She goes, oh, hell no! Hell no! Like, starts screaming, right? At this point, the man has set his pizza down on the bench, right? He set his goddamn pizza down on this bench in this 5x10 area. The African-American woman is, like, screaming in, like, the most, like, hell no, like, flipping the fuck out, right? Going crazy. She's losing her goddamn mind. Like, and the Indian man goes back up to the counter and starts trying to talk to the woman again while she's trying to get the cash to cash this dude out. So, like, the girl has come back to the counter. Indian man is once again flipping his shit over the damn pizza that just doesn't matter at this point, right? It's just who fucking cares. The white guy looks so confused, and as he goes to walk back to the counter, the Indian children, these 2 little Indian children, open the fucking pizza box that's sitting on the bench, grab a slice each, and run out the fucking door. They run out the goddamn door with my man's pizza. Not the whole pizza, just a fucking slice. So the African American woman's like, oh damn, they stole your shit. They stole your shit. Damn. That's what y'all get. That's what y'all get. Like flipping the fuck out. And the white dude, he didn't even skip a beat. He hadn't even paid for the goddamn pizza. He goes running out the store, chasing two small Indian kids who probably don't even speak English, running after them, and they're like flailing the pizza around in their hands like, ah! Running around outside in this damn like strip mall parking lot, which is fucking dangerous. They're probably gonna get hit by a goddamn car from some dude with ground effects who's just gonna run somebody's ass over. And these little idiots are out there running around the pizza. White man just decided he's gonna go after him. He didn't give a shit. So he goes. The Indian dude does not miss a fucking beat. He turns, looks at the pizza box, and then turns back to the lady at the counter and was like, I can't believe you do this, blah, blah, blah. Like, and I was just like, oh my God. And at this point, the African American lady, she's just still screaming. She's going nuts. And then the lady at the counter is like started yelling. The Indian dude's like on it. And so I just start egging him on because at this point, I figure I'm not getting my pizza. There's no way in hell either the Indian kids are gonna steal it or fucking something's gonna happen. I'm not getting my pizza. So I literally turn to the African American lady, and then I turned to the Indian guy, and I'm like, oh! I was like, oh, he stole your shit! He stole your shit! What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Like, I'm doing like this like ridiculous voice, just like egging him on, and I'm just like, what you gonna do about it? And like, I'm just like flipping out, and then it all is just going crazy. It's going crazy. Finally, and I don't even know how on God's fucking green earth it took the woman this long to come up to the counter. There's still children outside running around with slices of pizza, mind you. Like this shit has hit the fan. The shit has hit the proverbial blender and cannon. Like it is everywhere. There's doo-doo all over this place. So the fucking manager comes up and is like, is there a problem? And I'm like, and I'm like doing like this voice because I'm just like, what do you mean? And so they're all screaming at each other, and the manager's like, what seems to be the problem? And I'm like, bitch, what you think the problem is, B? And she's just like starts yelling at the Indian dude. The Indian dude like grabs a pizza and like throws it or some shit. And I literally stood there, and as it all started to settle down and people stopped yelling, I went, excuse me, everyone. I held my hands up. I went, I came into this establishment tonight expecting to get pizza. I was like, as you can see, that has not happened, and even if it had happened, children would have stolen it. However, I do want to thank everyone in this establishment for I may not have gotten pizza. I was like, but what I did get was literally the greatest story of my life that will never be recreated, that will never be seen again, and I will never experience anything this absolutely jaw-dropping fuckfest ever in my life again. I have never seen a cascade of failure so wonderfully terrible and absolutely horrific in every sense of the word that it will ever be recreated. It's even hard to tell the story. And I literally held my hands up, I told them that, and I walked out. I got in my car, and I ordered pizza from Domino's.